What's up, everybody? Just got home from my parents' house. If you watched the video from yesterday, you'd know that I was at my family's so that I can take my PE exam yesterday. So that's behind me. Hopefully, the results come soon. Um, Even though I know it's the weekend, I'm still checking the NCEES, which is the governing body. Still checking their website, like as if they would upload it from like Friday 4 p.m. to Saturday, and obviously they wouldn't. I have to wait like 2 weeks, but I'm still probably gonna check every day and see if like maybe it auto process and you know whatever. But yeah, so I'm home, back to the regular routine. Still feels kind of weird to not have that test on my radar, but um, I mean, it's not technically off the radar yet until I pass it, so I can't really rest easy until like it's actually behind me. But right now, until I find out about my test, my primary focus is going to be training, and maybe setting things up to put myself in a good position to get this YouTube channel running, my Instagram running, and then what I plan for my online and personal business, get that kind of running, or at least get the framework in place so that I can begin making progress. I feel like I have all the information that I need to make progress in that front. I just need to start doing the work, which, if you listen to anybody in the online entrepreneurial space or self development space, you'll probably hear the term entrepreneur and entrepreneur thrown around a whole lot. So, entrepreneur, somebody who identifies as an entrepreneur, but really they haven't like taken much action to actually make themselves an entrepreneur. So they call them a entrepreneur, and that's not derogatory, but it's a term thrown around there to basically like poke people where it hurts, to let them know that they're not taking the action that they need to. Basically, I'm one of them. I've taken some action, but not nearly the level of action that I could be taking. And since I haven't earned money through any type of online business or any personal business, then I guess technically I'm an entrepreneur. Let that sink in for a bit. But anyway, that'll be the focus. Today on the training radar, I have a pretty easy session actually. I'm excited to get it done. I'm just waiting for a time to actually get to it. I probably won't be able to start until another hour. But today's session is an hour and a half, zone 2 on the bike. Not going too hard. Tomorrow, I plan to do a 6 mile run at easy to moderate pace with some striders sprinkled in there. And that'll close out this training week. That's the plan. So for the rest of tonight, honestly, I'll give it about an hour. I have to pick up my girlfriend from the train, get her over here, then I'll change. I'll hop on the bike, maybe put something on the TV, maybe some YouTube. 'Cause I like to have something to watch or listen to while I'm on the bike. And then after that, I've been studying for 3 to 4 hours a day for the past like few weeks on top of all my training and regular work. So I think I earned a night to just relax a little bit, and then give myself tomorrow to do my training and like a little bit of work, a little bit of online work, and then start chugging away at the next goal. Which I was actually reflecting on my drive over here today. I had about like an hour drive from my parents' house, and I was thinking back to the beginning of the year. I like to, not as like a New Year's resolution thing, but I plan out my year as best I can, centered around 2 to 3 primary goals, usually. And for this year, my goals were to do this second Ironman and PR it, which I did substantially. I overshot that goal amazingly. The second goal was to get my PE, and so I took that test yesterday. So second goal pending. If it turns out that I failed, no big deal. The test was hard and filled with a lot of material that wasn't in my review course, unfortunately. But now that I got exposure to it, I can expect what to see on the next one if, worst case, I did not pass. But goal number 2 is hanging in limbo right now. I've done everything I could up until this point to get that. If I fail, then I can schedule that test again within this year. Stay true to my word on that front. And then goal number 3 was make meaningful steps in my online business and to make some money. I can get there over the next, it's going to be October, so October, November, December, 3 months. 2 months, 2 full months, 3 months. Don't judge me on my math. I literally fried my brain out yesterday on this PE exam. But yeah, so in these few months, like, we'll see if I can actually make money through the online business. And, technically I did make some money, but it was through an indirect sponsorship due to the Ironman stuff, which I haven't brought up on this channel yet, but happy to talk about it. There are some doctors that I've worked with in the past who saw what I was doing the first time I did my Ironman, and then this past time saw the improvement and saw that I was still going for it and still at it, and they mentioned to me that they would love to support in any way that they could, via sponsorship. And so I accepted them as a sponsor, and I gave them a little bit of a budget as what I was looking for. It's no profit, it just all goes towards my training expenses, but it is a big help. And so that is technically the first money that I'm making through the online business, but it's not being processed through the online business, and it is pretty much just training money, which I'm happy with. But for me to fulfill, or actually fulfill, that goal that I set for myself for this year, I'd like to produce something money worthy and generate, even if it's $1, then it's $1. But I just want to start, chipping away in that direction, and hopefully with that behind me, the real goal can become providing value for those of you who might listen, or people who I encounter along this process, and all the above. So if you can follow the train of thought in this update, then I guess we'll say that it has to do with my family time. My method of setting goals for myself for the following, or for the next year, trying to focus on only 2 to 3 things at a time, having 2 of the 3 goals, checked and half checked, and then now the next goal for this year, as I'm also setting myself up for next year's goals, which I've introduced as my PR in the Ironman so far. And my coach said that it was not a stupid idea to do a 100-mile race at the end of next year after my next Ironman, so I'm seriously entertaining that goal. And yeah, so I think you're up to speed on everything that I'm thinking about from this perspective. But if you have any questions, or anything that I said grabbed your attention in any way, leave it in the comments. I'd love to know so that I can start tailoring these updates or check-ins or day in the life vlogs, whatever you want to call it, to more of what you who are actually watching might be interested in. Otherwise, I'll probably just continue to talk about my training updates, what I'm doing for the day, what I'm doing for the week, occasional explanations on why, and with this goal for this remaining part of this year being more an entrepreneurial goal, I'll be updating on that as well. So this channel is really just going to turn into like a hey, follow me around type thing, or what I feel is important to share. And obviously it seems to be taking on more of a podcast style media, rather than like, I'm not here to be super entertaining. I mean, I'll do my best to be entertaining or worth watching, but I'm not going to be one of those YouTubers who dances in front of the camera, and there's a place for them, but like that's just not my style. So if you're here for that, you're here for the wrong reason. I'm probably just going to be continuing to talk, showing training videos, showing what I'm working on, and showing my progress towards these next set of goals that I'll keep moving in this year in this set of goals, and I'm also going to be setting the stage for next year so that you'll kind of be getting to see those goals from inception, which is pretty much this period right now where those goals are in like an ideation phase. You'll see me kind of sift through those ideas, make them a little bit more concrete, and then actually execute them throughout next year. So if you're interested in that, hope you keep watching, hope you enjoy, and thanks for checking out the video.